The Crown Point Bulldogs in the road red. Crown Point in white lettering on the front, white numerals, white, red, and gray trim on the sides of the uniform. To the bucket with the layup. It is good. Josh Bergquist and Crown Point on top, 2-0.
Bergquist went to the basket with his right hand. He's left-handed, but they're probably overplaying that. It was a very nice drive.
Lewis gives it up here on the wing to Mullen, left side. Dump into Palambizio, and as he goes up, we're going to get a foul on Noah Morales, his first.
Tough matchup. If you're going to switch all the time, someone's going to end up having to guard Palambizio.
Chesterton in the home whites. Trojans on the front of the jersey. The lettering and numerals. Maroon with a little bit of gold trim. Maroon and gold trim on the sides of the jerseys as well. Palambizio hits the first one to make it a 2-1 ball game. They'll get one more.
Be interesting to see if Chesterton presses here. They're going to use a 2-2-1, a half court or full court press.
Second one by Palambizio is good. So we are tied up at 37 seconds into the ball game. Crown Point attacking from left to right on the radio dial here in this opening half of action. On the dribble, that's Stefanovic to the bucket, off the glass, it won't go, but the rebound, put-back basket by Nick Jeffers.
If they do not do a better job of screening him off, he's going to end up having his career high tonight.
Here's DeLosa. His pass knocked away and stolen by Galen. To the bucket with the right hand, got it, 6-2, CP. Galen anticipated nicely, but the guard also didn't come and meet the pass. Palambizio from bombs away, right side, 3. It's 6-5. How do you guard that?
You don't. You just hope it doesn't go in.
You're opening up too many other things on the inside if you take somebody out that far to defend. Jeffers has the basketball in the post. Nice move. Can't get the shot to fall, but a whistle and a foul. Good. Jeffers going to go to the line.
Good move, up and under. He should end up shooting 2 free throws. Yeah, I look for Crown Point to run some kind of press.
Jacob Weber picks up the foul, his first, team first, and here's Jeffers at the line to shoot 2.
People wonder why I say that, because on free throws you have a line of communication, and you can change defenses very frequently off of a free throw.
Jeffers hits the first. He'll have one more. It's up, and it is good as well. So it's an 8-5 Crown Point lead with 6:19 remaining in the opening quarter.
2-2-1.
Just as you predicted, Coach Mullen with the basketball. Nearly trapped here at the half-court line, so he's got to give it up to Lewis. Lewis going to drive the free throw lane on the right side, and the ball knocked away. Jeffers picks it up. Here comes Crown Point with Stefanovic. He's going to pull up, take a right wing 3, and miss everything. Morales does a good job of saving it on the baseline. That goes to Bergquist. He's trapped. He's going to put it up off the glass. It won't fall. Bergquist the last to touch it on the rebound attempt. It'll go to Chesterton.
Well, it's a 2-2-1. You know, I'm a believer. If you're going to press, you pressure the ball, and you don't wait for them to come to you.
Mullen into the front court to Palambizio in the left corner. He goes cross court. Lewis for 3. No. And the rebound to the Bulldogs and Jeffers. To Stefanovic, who brings it up on the left side of the floor. Back to Jeffers here in the middle. Right side, Galen, long 3. That won't go. Ball knocked around. Lewis has it for Chesterton. He wants to bring it up quickly up the middle of the floor. Takes it from right to left. Kicks to the left corner. DeLosa needs help. He gets it from Lewis. Chesterton now will set the offense at 5:15 in the quarter. Mullen. DeLosa. Lewis inside the arc from the right wing. That's no good, but it's Weber with the rebound. Palambizio pump fake to 3. Morales able to step up and stop him. So a cross-court pass. DeLosa wants a 3 look. Instead, he's going to dribble, drive, scoop, shot, good. Niles DeLosa with the field goal. It's an 8-7 Crown Point lead. 4:45 to play in the quarter. Stefanovic. High post to Jeffers. Morales. Left side. Stefanovic brought it to the middle, swung it back to Galen on the left wing. Now it'll come back out on top.
I would like seeing Crown Point to get the ball inside more. Jeffers is too talented of a player not to touch the ball each and every time down the floor.
Morales, here he does get it inside to Jeffers, and as Jeffers goes up, Weber picks up his second foul for Chesterton.
Yeah, they're going to have to go to the bench very quickly.
And that'll send Jeffers to the line to shoot 2 more. Jeffers Ball Club leading at 8-7 with 4:14 to play in the opening quarter. First one up and good.
Jeffers for the year has shot 65 free throws. That's what's that, about 4 a game, 5 a game?
Yep.
He's already reached that figure in the first quarter.
Luke Finke into the game to replace Weber as Jeffers hits them both, giving Crown Point a 10-7 advantage. 4:12 to play in this opening quarter. Palambizio with it. Kicks it from left to right. On the drive, Reese Lewis with the layup.
Somebody lost a man right there because he had a wide open lane to the basket.
Morales. Bergquist. Now Galen. Long 3. No, that's off the iron. Palambizio with the rebound. He nears half court. They better guard him. Here comes Mullen. There's a drive. Up and good by DeLosa. And that gives Chesterton their first lead of the night at 11-10.
Somebody's giving him a wide open lane to the basket.
So here's Stefanovic. He got a screen. Found some space to the basket off the glass. Got it. He's fouled.
Nice drive. Got a chance for a 3-point play the old-fashioned way.
And I believe that's on Palambizio. It is. For Chris, his first foul. Team third. First field goal of the game for Stefanovic. And it puts the Bulldogs back up 12-11. And into the ball game for Chesterton, Kai Palambizio. As Mullen will have a seat.
And also for Crown Point, we have a sub here.
Free throws no good. It's 21. Thane Bukowski is in.
Thane Bukowski.
Thank you, Jim. Missed free throw makes it 12-11 Crown Point. Here comes Chesterton on the attack as we approach 3 minutes to play in the opening quarter. DeLosa with it. Palambizio to brother Chris. Chris on the dribble with Bukowski on him. So they swing it around to the left side. This is DeLosa with it now. To Lewis. Lewis trying to get it into Palambizio, who's setting up for the post. Ty Palambizio with the free throw line jumper. Ty Palambizio puts the Trojans back in front at 13-12. Morales tries to go inside. Jeffers couldn't hang on to the pass. It goes out of bounds. Turnover on the Bulldogs.
Catchable ball. It was a low, but it was a catchable ball.
So here comes Chesterton with Lewis on the dribble. He's got Bergquist waiting for him across the half-court line. Chesterton in their set. Left wing, DeLosa. Back on top, Finke. Moves to the right side. And Kai Palambizio. Now the ball quickly to DeLosa. Back to Kai. To Finke. Cross-court pass. DeLosa's got a 3 look from the left wing. Left it short. Rebound Stefanovic. He's going to bring it up himself. 2:10 to play in the quarter. As he works his way up the floor, he lost the handle on it, but bailed out on a foul by Niles DeLosa, his first, team 4. Niles could have held back just a little. He'd have had that steal, Jim, because Stefanovic lost the handle on the ball.
Coach Swan is going to his bench very, very frequently here in the first quarter. He now has 8 players in the ball game.
44. So Andrew Kennelly is in, and Blake Bonin into the lineup now for Crown Point. Kennelly with the basketball. His pass stolen by Lewis. And then Lewis lost it out of bounds. Let's see who last touched it. The officials have to have a conversation about this one.
Well, I'm not sure that was an official call there. That's right. That's a good call.
Ray Yagelski into the lineup for Chesterton as Lewis will take a seat. Well, we're at that 2-minute mark of the quarter. Time to use that, get a little break, right, Jeff?
I don't know.
Oh, come on. I'm deferring to you. You're the expert in coaching, not me. Here's Bukowski with the runner. No, it won't go. Rebound tapped around, and Delosa brings it down. With the dribble, nice little stutter, got him into the lane, but the scoop shot won't fall. Batted around, he gets his own rebound, puts it in. Niles Delosa has 6 in the quarter, and his team, Chesterton, leads it by 3. Got to box him out, right, Jim?
Well, I don't think they're doing a very good job. He's got a number of subs in there.
Going into the basket. That won't fall as it comes off the rim, but Bukowski with the rebound. Boy, else pass didn't get to Morales as easily as he wanted it to. And Blake Bonin comes back up, takes the basketball, and is going to reset things as we hit 60 seconds remaining in the quarter. To the basket, Galen knocked out of his hands by Delosa. Out of bounds, stays with CP. As Stefanovic is back in for Crown Point, and Lewis is back in for Chesterton. Palambizio will take his break, and Noah Morales will have a seat. Here comes another substitution for Chesterton, Eric Ralph.
Coach for Chesterton, Tom Peller, has a very interesting way of defensing out-of-bounds play. 1-4.
Into the corner, Galen from the right corner hits a 3. And that ties the ball game up at 15, the second tie of the quarter. Here's Ralph. Kai Palambizio through the hands of Yagelski, but he's able to save it. Now with a stutter, gets into the lane, passes off right side to Finke. Finke needs some help, gets it from Ralph. This is Yagelski. Palambizio to Yagelski to Lewis. 25 seconds.
I think both teams are searching for an offensive player.
Well, here's one for Chesterton Lewis. He's going to take it to the bucket. It won't go. Stefanovic on the rebound, and Stefanovic's going to be called for an offensive foul. A push off of Luke Finke, who was trying to defend after the rebound. And that's going to bring Ken Decker off the bench for Crown Point. And Chris Palambizio back into the game for Chesterton. Stefanovic will take a break. That was his first, team second. Chesterton inbound baseline, left side of the bucket with 14.3 remaining in the quarter. The ball is loose. The official handed it to Kai Palambizio. He lost the handle on it. It went to one of his teammates. And on the dribble drive, we've got a foul against CP, and that's Decker as soon as he gets into the game.
He took the ball right to the basket. All the defensive player had to do was fall down.
Jim, kind of describe what happened on that out-of-bounds play. That was kind of
well, I don't know. I knew the ball was loose on the floor. No one knew exactly whether to pick it up or not. But
first free throw was good by Lewis. Well, Kai Palambizio really wasn't looking when the official flipped it, and then went off of him and rolled in bounds. And he was looking as if, is that even legal? Or, don't I get a chance to get it back and inbound it? And official just all the officials just let action go. To the basket. Bonin bounced out of bounds. Bonin goes to the floor hard, no whistle. So Crown Point has it under their own basket with 2.3 seconds remaining in the quarter. Bonin trying to find somewhere. Finds Bukowski. Bukowski didn't get the shot off in time. That's the end of the first quarter with the score. Chesterton 17. Crown Point 15. You're listening to high school basketball right here on the Region Sports Network. The only game in town.
You're listening to the Region Sports Network on WRTW Crown Point and WRTK Paxton, Illinois.
The city of Crown Point is proud to support the Crown Point Bulldogs. Go Dogs! Crown Point has a unique community spirit and is the ideal place to live, work, and play. Our residents and guests enjoy award-winning amenities like our unique shops, family-owned restaurants, premier golf courses, and 4-star schools, all in a historical downtown with year-round events. For more information, the website is crownpoint.in.gov. Crown Point, building a stronger community from within since 1834.
Lincoln Carryouts, located at 1203 North Main Street in Crown Point, has been serving the Crown Point community for 10 years. Lincoln Carryouts is open 10 to 9, 7 days a week, offering homemade soups, fresh salads, and a variety of sandwiches. Every month at Lincoln Carryouts, it's a new monthly sandwich, and every Tuesday it's the Steelworker Special, a combination of roast beef, American cheese, mayo, lettuce, tomato, and onion on toasted rye. That's Lincoln Carryouts in Crown Point, home of the Italian submarine.
High school basketball on the Key, 90.5 FM, WRTW, Crown Point.
Along with Jim East, Jerry Siska back with you here at Chesterton High School. And you're listening to Prep Basketball on the Region Sports Network on 90.5 FM, WRTW. We're streaming worldwide on the internet at regionsports.com. It's underwritten by your Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Chevy dealers. Chevrolet, the best-selling brand in Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana. Number one.
This is our 2-2-1 right now.
Chesterton had the basketball to begin the second quarter, turned it over, so here comes Crown Point on the attack. 17-15, Chesterton leading the Bulldogs. We are underway in the second. Galon with a pump fake, tried to go around Palambizio. He couldn't, so he gave it to Bukowski. Drive to the bucket, that won't fall. Yagowski with the rebound. Up the floor, looking for Antoine Beeks, who's in the game for Chesterton. Palambizio. Inside, nobody had Beeks. They lost him. And Antoine Beeks hits the basket. Good looking feed from Chris Palambizio. There's Galon with it to Bonin. Bonin gives it back to Galon. A three off the iron. That's no good. Rebound to Beeks. Up the floor, Kai Palambizio. That won't fall. Rebound put back, attempt by Yagelski. Didn't go. Palambizio for three. Chris Palambizio with a tray. 22-15 Chesterton. As Bergquist and Stefanovic get set to come back in for Crown Point. Galon, his pass intercepted by Yagelski on the baseline. He was looking for Jeffers. Here's Lewis, and we're going to get an offensive foul. Good job right there by Blake Bonin at taking the charge. Reese Lewis going to pick up this foul, his first, and the team's fifth. Take some guts, Jim, to stand in there and take a charge. It hurts a little bit.
Well, that's the only way you're stop a fast break when there's 3-on-1.
So here's Crown Point. And a pass nearly intercepted by Yagelski, but it got to Jeffers. Now Stefanovic has it. Bergquist, Morales, Bonin. The basketball's on the right side of the floor. Morales to the left side. Bergquist down the wing outside the arc. Jeffers set him up a screen, but Bergquist decided to go toward the paint instead. Give it to Bonin. Now it's going to go into Jeffers, who's wide open and scores.
He needs to touch the ball every time down the floor, whether he shoots the ball or kicks the ball back out, but he's too much of an offensive threat.
The assist to Stefanovic. It's 22-17 Chesterton. Palambizio over Morales with the runner. That won't fall. Rebound's loose. Reese Lewis gets it, and he's fouled. Two Bulldogs there, and it got away from both of them, Jim.
Well, I don't know whether anybody blocked him out or not, but at least it's not a one-on-one.
Finke back in for Chesterton, as is Niles DeLosa. For Stefanovic, that's his second, team fourth. 5:53 remaining in the first half.
Palambizio taking the ball out and looking for a play for him.
He has it, tries to go cross-court on the baseline, and it is Jeffers that intercepts this pass. Here comes Crown Point. Nice look for Bonin for three. He hits it. 22-20. Dane Bukowski gets set to come back in for the Bulldogs. Trojans with the basketball in the lead. Palambizio, Lewis, dumped down. Finke, it won't go. A blocking foul on the Bulldogs. And that's going to be three on Stefanovic. Clint Swan not happy about that at all, Jim.
Well, when you roll the dice, it could come back to haunt you, and there was an example. That's his third foul.
Luke Finke at the line to shoot two. Opened in 1910, Piatek Meats is a familiar business here in Northwest Indiana. And now Piatek Meats needs your help with much-needed renovations. That's why they've launched the GoFundMe campaign. A donation can be made to help the longtime region business by visiting www.gofundme.com/Piatek Meats. Only 10 days left to donate online. Piatek Meats says thank you. GoFundMe.com/ Piatek needs. So the first free throw was good by Finke. He missed the second. So the Trojans with a 3-point advantage, 23-20, 5:23 to play in the first half. Bergquist has it. As Crown Point having some difficulty with this 2-2-1 three-quarter court trap by Chesterton. Bukowski, Bonin, Morales, right side. Bergquist has a good look from three, and he hits it. And we are tied at 23. Crown Point with some good shooting. Didn't take him long to make up that 7-point deficit, did it, Jim?
No, it didn't. Well, that's what the threes are all about. That's if you watch Indiana University play last night.
I did.
15 threes.
Unbelievable. They had quite a ball game last night at Assembly Hall against Maryland. Yogi Ferrell had the night of his life, didn't he?
Pardon?
Yogi Ferrell had the night of his life, didn't he?
He did.
A pass was kicked out of bounds by Chesterton. Crown Point will have it on the baseline right side. Comes into Bergquist. 4:35 remaining in the first half. This game is all tied up at 23. What else would you figure when you looked at the stats and the records? Bukowski. Bergquist has it on the left side now. Jeffers, cross-court pass. Bukowski saved it from going into the Chesterton bench. Bonin brought a couple defenders. Bukowski back to Bonin. He's got a good look from a long range three. He hits it again. That's two from that spot on the right side, and Crown Point back in front. 26-23. 4 minutes to play, first half. Here's Lewis on the dribble as he's letting things set up. Mullet. Finke. Palambizio with the pump fake. Morales didn't bite. DeLosa drives the lane, finds Palambizio underneath, and he's fouled. He's going to get a couple of free throws.
I don't know how Palambizio got that free and so forth. If you face guard him, you let him out of your sight.
No, Morales picks up the foul, his second, team sixth. Tonight's game is underwritten in part by Z Alloy Metal Distribution in Crown Point. Z Alloy wishes Coach Clint Swan and Coach Eddie Akiwa the best of luck this season. And in turn, we would like to thank the fine folks at Z Alloy for their support of the broadcast of Crown Point boys and girls basketball. Z Alloy, Crown Point Industries supporting Crown Point basketball. Palambizio hits the first free throw. He'll have one more. It's a 2-point game. Second one is good as well. Chesterton back within one. 26-25, 3:40 to play in the first half. Bergquist quickly in the front court with the left hand, takes it to the middle of the Bonin for three. This time it won't go. Leo Zadanowicz into the game for Crown Point as here's a drive. It won't go by Chesterton. Ball knocked around, last touch by the Bulldogs. Ten players have been used by Crown Point. 10 players by Chesterton in this one, Jim.
That's why you got that score sheet in front of you.
That's why I have to have different color markers, because we have to do a Lincoln's super sub of the game when it's all done. A Lincoln carryout super sub. Palambizio can't get that three to fall. Good stretch. Block out, positioning, and rebound by Nick Jeffers. Bonin to Jeffers to Bergquist. To Bonin, and they're going to set the offense. We approach 3 minutes to play in the first half. Bergquist has it on the right side. Into the corner, Bukowski dumped down, knocked.
Well, it was a set play, try to get the ball inside to Jeffers. I'll get. Just thinking Palambizio. I see the wrong team.
Attention region athletic directors and coaches, BSN Sports is looking to talk to you. BSN Sports is the nation's largest team dealer and have partnered with many area schools to provide game-changing solutions for uniforms, sportswear, and equipment. The phone number for BSN Sports is 219-661-0786. Bergquist has it. Going to give it to Bonin as the offense resets with 2:45 to play.
Good play.
Jeffers shot. Looked like a good block, but it's going to be DeLosa on the foul, his second.
A good high-low action right there. They got the ball in the high post to Jeffers. Well, actually, Jeffers was a low man. But
Zadanowicz.
That's one way of getting the ball into the low post.
First free throw by Jeffers, good.
Very difficult to try to get the ball into the low post in a zone from the wing.
Kai Palambizio set to come back in for the Trojans. Niles DeLosa with his 2 fouls will have a seat. Second free throw by Jeffers. Up and that goes. Didn't want to at first, but after rolling around the rim a little bit, goes down. 28-25, Crown Point, 2:38 to play. In the first half. Mullen has it on the left wing. Donowitz. Right now the man trying to defend Palambizio. Chris has it on the baseline left side. Tries to make a move into the paint, and we're going to get a travel call. He could have got away with it.
Well, it's either going to be a travel call or offensive foul.
Delectable steaks, pasta, seafood, and chops are why Gino's Steakhouse has been voted best in the region by the Times readers for the 8th year in a row. Gino's Steakhouse with locations in Dyer or Maryville. Visit the website at genosteakhouse.com and like them on Facebook at facebook.com/Gino's Steakhouse. Crown Point on the attack. Bergquist with the dribble. Palambizio on him. Bergquist all the way to the bucket. Gets it with the left hand from the left side. 7 in the first half for Bergquist. 5-point advantage to Crown Point. 1:50 to play in the second quarter. Here's Mullen. Gives it up to Kai Palambizio. Mullen has it back. Now Lewis is on the left side of the floor, on the wing area in front of the Crown Point bench. Dumped down at 10.
Offensive foul on Chesterton.
That's going against Luke Finke, his first team.
Bonin was fronting him, and I think he got a little nudge from behind.
Tonight's game is underwritten in part by the Randall K. Miss Accounting Group in Sherrville. When it comes to business, let Randall K. Miss Accounting put the numbers to work. Their phone number is 219-864-8541, and they are online at www.rkmissgroup.com. 1:20 to play in the first half. Bergquist kicks it. Bukowski wants a 3. It won't go. The long rebound chased down nicely by Bergquist. Out to Bukowski, and he's fouled by Finke. Good hustle play by Finke trying to get the basketball, but Bukowski got body position, got the ball first, and then Finke ended up hitting him.
Should be a 1-on-1. That's the 8th foul on Chesterton.
Dane Bukowski to go to the line.
It's a makeshift lineup out there right now for both teams, at least for Crown Point, because they have 2 subs in there right now.
Bukowski, free throw won't go. Donowitz got his hand on it, tapped it out near the half-court area where Bergquist gets it. 60 seconds remaining in the first half. Bonin to Bergquist. Lewis defense. Chesterton's been in a man-to-man in the half-court all night. Bonin. Kai Palambizio on him, a matchup of 10s. Jeffers between the circles, comes right side, it's Donowitz. Bergquist wants a 3, top of the key, off the front of the iron, knocked around, and chased down Bukowski. 30 seconds.
I think Crown Point's going to go for one shot here. This is the 3rd possession they've had the ball.
Bergquist to Bonin. Clock down to 20. Bukowski. Bonin. 13 seconds.
You haven't got much time here.
Down to 7. Jeffers comes out with a screen to Donowitz. Bergquist. And it's blocked away by Lewis. Throws it from half court. It falls short. That's the end of the first half with the score. Crown Point 30, Chesterton 25. You're listening to high school basketball right here on the Region Sports Network. The only game in town.
You're listening to the Region Sports Network on WRTW Crown Point and WRTK Paxton, Illinois.
Pet Supplies Plus has supplied safe and healthy pet care supplies and all-natural pet foods for over 20 years and is now open in Crown Point. At Pet Supplies Plus, we believe that people don't own pets, pets own people. As pet lovers ourselves, everything we do is designed to make pets happy. Our in-store team members can not only find the right products, but they have a talent for remembering a pet's face and name. This philosophy is the foundation of Pet Supplies Plus. So visit us at 1676 East Summit Street in Crown Point from 9 to 9 Monday through Saturday and Sundays until 7 p.m.
When facing cancer, you want the best possible care. The hospitals of Franciscan Alliance are committed to providing state-of-the-art treatment using the most advanced cancer-fighting technology available, all right here in our community. You would go anywhere for world-class cancer treatment. It's nice to know we don't have to go far for Franciscan Alliance Cancer Care. For more information, visit franciscanalliance.org.
Triple Crown All-Stars Baseball and Softball Academy in Cherville is a year-round instructional facility featuring a fully AstroTurf building for team practice, batting cages, infield, and pitching mounds. The staff at Triple Crown features years of professional instruction in hitting, pitching, and fielding for both baseball and softball. Triple Crown All-Star Baseball and Softball Academy is located at 2208 US 41 in Cherville, and the number to call to make a reservation is 219-864-0711. The website is triplecrownallstars.com.
Tonight's game is being underwritten by your Indiana Farm Bureau insurance agents in Lake County. Different drivers require different kinds of car insurance. Coverage from house to house isn't always the same, and life policies vary too. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance of Lake County is proud to, in part, underwrite high school sports on 90.5 FM WRTW The Key. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance of Lake County. Your local Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Chevy dealers are proud to be contributing members of the community here in Northwest Indiana. Your local Chevy dealers also pride themselves on their commitment to help you find a vehicle of your choice at a Chevy dealer near you. Our website is ChevyDriveChicago.com. Once again, that's ChevyDriveChicago.com. We look forward to serving you. Chevy runs deep.
Sports in the region are about tradition, and since 1946, Berry Brothers in Hammond has built a tradition of quality and service. With a professionally trained sales staff, Berry Brothers offers a selection of quality American-made work boots, safety shoes, and apparel. Located on Indianapolis Boulevard, a half-mile north of Interstate 94, Berry Brothers is devoted to providing exceptional service to ensure the satisfaction of every customer. Berry Brothers is open 7 days a week, and gift certificates are available. The website is berrybros.com.
High school basketball on the Key, 90.5 FM, WRTW, Crown Point.
Whoa! Along with Jim East, Jerry Siska back with you here at Chesterton High School. You're listening to Prep Basketball on the Region Sports Network, 90.5 FM, WRTW, Crown Point. And WRTK Paxton, Illinois. We're also streaming worldwide on the internet at regionsports.com. At the half, it's the Crown Point Bulldogs leading the Chesterton Trojans 30-25 in what has been an exciting and entertaining first half. First half that was led by Chesterton 17-15. But you talked about it after the first quarter when we were on break, Jim. Need to buckle down both squads a little bit more on defense. Crown Point managed to do it in the second quarter, holding Chesterton to just 8 points in that frame.
Yeah, the score's an indication of the closeness of the ball game. I thought it was a very good defensive effort. They did, even though they used about 8 or 9 players, I thought Crown Point did a good job of shutting Crown Point off.
So let's take a look at some of the numbers for...
I will tell you this. The stat machine is broken.
I know, so I'm trying to do math really quick here while you keep talking, so save me.
Save you.
Yeah, keep talking while I add really fast.
Well, I think the key for Crown Point is the ability to have other players step up and score. They're looking an awful lot for Palambizio. No one else has really done anything to help him. I think Ryan Lewis has done a pretty good job, but they are looking for help in other areas other than the 2 leading scorers.
Let's take a look at some of the numbers from the first half. First for the Bulldogs, they were led in scoring by Nick Jeffers with 10 points. Jeffers 6 of 6 at the free throw line in the opening half. Blake Bowden comes off the bench, hits 2 big threes in the second quarter for 6 points. Josh Bergquist has 7 points. Brett Galon with 5. And Sasha Stefanovic with 2 points in the ballgame. 6 of 8 from the free throw line for the Bulldogs in the opening half. For Chesterton, Chris Palambizio with 10 points in the first half. Niles Delosa has 6. Reese Lewis has 4. Antoine Beach has 2. Ty Palambizio has 2,
So they're looking for help in other areas. Palambizio is doing his job. What did you say he had?
Chris has 10. Kai has 2.
The 2 leading scorers both are leading the team in scoring.
Luke Finke with a point for Chesterton. Trojans shooting well from the free throw line in the first half as well. 7 of 8. Earlier tonight in the girls' varsity game, Crown Point beats Chesterton 49-36, and there are some other scores that we have for you. Couple of halftime scores. Valparaiso leads Lake Central 26-14.
What is that?
At the half, Valparaiso leads Lake Central 26-14.
Valparaiso plays a style of ball that no one wants to play against.
Very slow, very deliberate, very patient.
And they are, tell you what, they are really good with the lead.
Well, yeah, you don't get many possessions, and you find yourself behind, you're in trouble. At the half, Maryville leads Portage 27-22. And the last score that we had was after the first quarter in the Battle of LaPorte County with Michigan City, leading LaPorte 15-9. So there's some other scores for you from around Northwest Indiana. Don't forget that at the conclusion of tonight's game, Nathan Laird and Michael Brandner will be back at the studio with the RSN wrap-up show. They'll let you know what's going on all around Northwest Indiana, and then more high school basketball for you tomorrow night as the Griffith Panthers travel to East Chicago to take on the East Chicago Central Cardinals. You'll get that one right here on 90.5 FM. But 2 minutes till the start of the third quarter. Let's take a break. Jim and I will be back with second half action after this. You're listening to high school basketball right here on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
You're listening to the Region Sports Network on WRTW Crown Point and WRTK Paxton, Illinois.
The city of Crown Point is proud to support the Crown Point Bulldogs. Go Dogs! Crown Point has a unique community spirit and is the ideal place to live, work, and play. Our residents and guests enjoy award-winning amenities like our unique shops, family-owned restaurants, premier golf courses, and 4-star schools, all in a historical downtown with year-round events. For more information, the website is crownpoint.in.gov. Crown Point, building a stronger community from within since 1834.
Lincoln Carryouts, located at 1203 North Main Street in Crown Point, has been serving the Crown Point community for 10 years. Lincoln Carryouts is open 10 to 9, 7 days a week, offering homemade soups, fresh salads, and a variety of sandwiches. Every month at Lincoln Carryouts, it's a new monthly sandwich, and every Tuesday it's the Steelworker Special, a combination of roast beef, American cheese, mayo, lettuce, tomato, and onion on toasted rye. That's Lincoln Carryouts in Crown Point, home of the Italian submarine.
Concussions occur when trauma to the head or spine temporarily interferes with brain function. Seeking medical care as soon as possible is important in making a full recovery and reduces the risk of developing long-term problems. The concussion clinics at Community Hospital in Munster and St. Mary Medical Center in Hobart have a team of medical professionals experienced in evaluating and treating concussions. If you have a head or neck injury, don't wait. Head to the experts. For a head injury on the field, the court, or the ice, the phone number of the concussion clinics is 219-836-4461. At the Crowell Companies, our customers are more than just numbers on a ledger or anonymous people who sign up online. Our customers are the families we see at the ball fields, the grocery store, and all around the community. That's because for nearly 50 years, the Crowell Companies have been part of the community right here in Northwest Indiana, offering personalized custom services that only a local company can provide. For home, auto, and business insurance, it's the Crowell Companies, 923-2131. And online at crowellinsurance.com. The Crowell Companies, home of the insurance superheroes.
High school basketball on the Key, 90.5 FM, WRTW, Crown Point.
Welcome back to the Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Chevy dealer presentation of high school basketball. right here on the Region Sports Network on 90.5 The Key and streaming worldwide on the internet at regionsports.com. It's underwritten by your Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Chevy dealers. Chevy runs deep. Along with Jim East, Jerry Siska back with you here at Chesterton High School.
Chesterton is in a 1-3-1 zone.
Crown Point basketball as we begin the third quarter. Bergquist, Stefanovic, Galen, Morales, and Jeffers. The original starting five on the floor for Crown Point. A turnover down on the other end. DeLosa misses the layup. Jeffers gets the rebound. DeLosa, Mullen, Weber, Palambizio, and Lewis, the original starting five on the floor for Chesterton as well. Galen wants a three, hits it from the left wing. Grant Galen. Well, that's one way to bust up a zone, huh, Jim?
Well, you're going to get some good looks at the basket against a 1-3-1. You just better be able to hit them.
Biggest lead of the evening for Crown Point. It's an 8-point advantage, 33-25. Mullen with it to the right side. Weber gives it up to Mullen, to DeLosa, and to Lewis. Mullen on the right side, DeLosa having a hard time getting it into Palambizio. Now they do. He gets away from Morales, and Palambizio scores.
Well, that's what happens when you front. You don't have any backside help and so forth. They actually got the ball into him with a high-low action.
33-27. Bulldog lead, Bulldog basketball. Here's Bergquist with it on the left side. Takes it between the circles. Back left was Stefanovic, who is being guarded by Palambizio. Stefanovic to Jeffers, who's way outside the arc. Galen, Stefanovic, he takes it in the lane. He kicks to the right side. Bergquist thought about a three, but he's got Lewis on him. Didn't have a good enough look, but now he's going to take it right into the lane. We're going to get contact and a blocking foul as Jake Weber's going to pick up his third. Weber's spending a lot of time on the bench tonight, Jim. Picked up two early, had to go to the bench. Now he's picked up his third, less than 2 minutes into the third quarter. He's going to stay in right now. Coach Peller going to decide to leave him in there. Goes into Morales, but Weber is able to knock it out of bounds, but it stays with the Bulldogs. Still inbound under their own basket, left side. Go ahead, Jim, you want to say something?
No, I just looking at the clock.
Ball comes into Bergquist. Dribbles it to the middle, brings it back to the left. Stefanovic wants a three, and that won't go. Battle for the loose ball. Last touch by the Bulldogs. Opened in 1910, Pytech Meats is a familiar business here in Northwest Indiana, and now Pytech Meats needs your help with much-needed renovations. That's why they've launched the GoFundMe campaign. A donation can be made to help the longtime region business by visiting www.gofundme.com/Pytech Meats. Only 10 days left to donate online. Pytech Meats says thank you. GoFundMe.com/Pytech Meats.
Palambizio just kind of picks his spot out. He's playing inside, now he's going outside.
And this is going to be a 14-footer good by Reese Lewis. 33-29. Chesterton already has cut this lead in half. Stefanovic. Bergquist on the left wing right in front of his own bench. Morales. Galen. Jeffers all the way outside the arc on the right wing. Cross court pass Stefanovic. Now he wants to take it in the lane at the free throw line. Lost the handle, coming from behind and stealing it. DeLosa. DeLosa to the bucket over Galen. Scores. DeLosa did a good job of angling his body and using the right hand to almost flip it off the backboard. Not giving the defender any chance to get to the basketball. We're back in a 2-point game. 33-31 CP. Bergquist. Drives the baseline from left to right, now goes into the paint, and we're going to get a whistle against Chesterton.
Bergquist is really looking to attack the basket. They opened up the lane for him to use his left hand that time.
And that foul against Reese Lewis is second team on Chesterton in this half. 4:39 left in the third. Morales to Jeffers to Bergquist. 33-31 Crown Point. Stefanovic. Stefanovic with the dribble, takes it to the right side, back to Bergquist between the circles. Galon into the corner. Stefanovic had a look for three. Hesitated. DeLosa able to cover up. Galon to Morales. To Stefanovic, who cuts to the free throw line, and all the way to the basket. Jeffers' tip is good. I don't think he really wanted to tip it.
No, I don't think
Jeff.
so. I think it went for the rebound, and it glanced off his hand and went into the basket.
Midway third, 35-31 Crown Point, and we're going to get a foul against the Bulldogs.
Against Stefanovic, I believe.
It's going to be on Josh Bergquist. So Bergquist his first as Blake Bonin back into the lineup, and Stefanovic will have a seat. First team foul on the Bulldogs in the second half. Palambizio to trigger the inbound, and he brings it to Weber all the way on top. Mullen to Palambizio at the free throw line, elbow left. He's going to dribble it back out. Gets Lewis on a cut. Lewis dribbles back out. Now DeLosa at the elbow left. Now it goes inside, and the shot won't fall, but then a tip's good. Jack Mullen. They're going to give it to Reese Lewis. 35-33, no matter what. Bulldogs, Galon drives the baseline on the left side. Lost the handle, it goes out of bounds. Turnover on the Bulldogs. Kai Palambizio into the ball game. Tonight's game underwritten in part by the Randall K. Miss Accounting Group in Schererville. When it comes to business, let Randall K. Miss Accounting put the numbers to work. Their phone number is 219-864-8541. And they are online at www.rkmissgroup.com. Chesterton with a chance to tie. Will take the lead with a three ball. Pass knocked out of bounds, so it'll stay with the Trojans.
Crown Point has come out very stagnant in this third quarter.
Pass comes in. Lewis gets it to Palambizio, and he gets it. We're tied at 35. So Crown Point very quickly saw an 8-point lead disappear, just like Chesterton saw a 7-pointer. Dave Bukowski, right place, right time, picked it off the floor, flipped it up, it went off the backboard and in.
Crown Point needs to defensively stop Crown Point from scoring.
37-35 Bulldogs as we approach 3 minutes in the third quarter. Lewis with the drive, the spin move over Jeffers. No, but on the weak side, Chris Palambizio with the rebound. Put back, basket. We're tied at 37. Here come the Bulldogs. Bergquist looking for a cutter on the inside. Nothing there, so he gives it to Bukowski. Bukowski's out here on the top. Gives it to Bonin on the wing. Bonin into the paint. The runner, good. Blake Bonin with 8. CP back up 2. Lewis with it quickly the other way for Chesterton. He's got a look, so he's going to take a three and hits it. And the Trojans are back in front after the three by Reese Lewis. It's 40-39 Chesterton. Bonin over the half-court line. Gets a little bit of a screen from Jeffers. Now there's a gap. He's going to take it to the bucket. Blocking foul. And that's going against Weber as fourth.
Got to flip your coin here.
For a specialty breakfast or lunch, visit Jelly Pancake House in Maryville or Dyer. Open daily until 3. Jelly proudly offers homemade Greek yogurt smoothies, freshly squeezed orange juice, and a large gluten-free menu. Visit the website at jellypancakehouse.com and like them on Facebook at facebook.com/jellypancakehouse. First free throw by Bonin's good. Blake will get one more, the junior guard. Back tied at 40.
It's going to be this kind of game.
Yep. And Bonin hits the second one to put the Bulldogs back in front. That's the 6th lead change of the night to go with 6 ties. 2:10 to play. 41-40 CP. Here's Chesterton on the attack. Palambizio between the circles. Going to take it to the free throw line. Pull-up jumper over Bukowski. Won't fall. Now a battle for the loose ball. 2 young men on the floor. Chesterton up with it. Great pass from Beeks to DeLosa for the bucket. And Chesterton is back in front, 42-41. And here's a step in and steal by DeLosa to the basket, blocked.
Oh.
Not a great hustle play by Bukowski, but he's going to be whistled for a foul.
By the trail official.
Looked like a good block from here.
It did.
Bukowski picks up his first, team second. And that'll send Niles DeLosa to the line to shoot 2. First one, in and out. 1:43 to play in the third quarter. Second free throw by DeLosa, and that one rattles in. 2-point advantage to the Trojans, 43-41. Now here's some three-quarter court pressure, and a pass over Bonen's head and into the student section of Chesterton. Turnover on the Bulldogs.
You know, how many times did Jeffers touch the ball this quarter?
Not many.
Not many.
And if he is, he's way outside the arc here.
Yeah, that's right.
Not where he's really in attack mode at the basket. Palambizio gives it up to Lewis. He wants a right wing three. That's off the iron, but Palambizio chases it into the right corner. Out to Lewis as Chesterton will reset. Back to Palambizio. He's got a good right wing three look, and he was fouled on the shot. Shot was no good, but Chris is going to get 3 free throws. The foul on Thane Bukowski is second.
I didn't see the foul on the three, but I did see a foul under the basket that wasn't called, but we're not the referees.
Nope.
It might have been a good call. I don't know. You hate to foul somebody shooting a three.
There was some contact. Palambizio misses the first. It's his first miss of the night. Palambizio with 2 more with 1:17 to play in the third quarter. As Eric Ralph gets set to come in for Chesterton. Crown Point with a sub at the bench as well as Palambizio gets the second one. Noah Morales. He's in for CP. Bukowski will have a seat. (44-41). The lead is now 3 for Chesterton. 1 more for Palambizio, and it is good. And Chris will have a seat as Eric Ralph comes in. 4-point advantage to Chesterton. Crown Point basketball, and here's that 2-2-1, three-quarter court again. Comes into Bergquist to Morales. Bounce pass to Bonin. Up the floor, Stefanovic. Takes it all the way to the baseline. Nothing there. Back out to Bonin. Between the circles, Morales. Left side, Bergquist. Inside, Jetford. Score. Just what you were talking about, Coach.
You got to get the ball into your guy that leads you in scoring and for the year and for the game.
1 minute to play. 45-43. Chesterton leading the basketball. DeLosa gives it up to Finke, who's in. The route. DeLosa swung around. Beeks to the bucket. Antoine Beeks on a couple of drives. Jim has shown some real quick first step speed. 4-point advantage for Chesterton. Bergquist here on the left side. He's going to kind of back it up so they can set, swing it right to Bonin. Outside the arc to Morales. Inside to Jeffers, and a whistle and a foul.
He had both hands around him.
That's Luke Finke, his third.
There's a lot of body contact that's not being called. This is right directly in front of the official.
Third foul on Finke. And into the ball game, Jack Mullen. Not a shooting foul, so Crown Point to inbound the basketball at the baseline. Right side of the bucket as Galen will come in, and Stefanovic will have a seat. 25 seconds remaining in the quarter. Bergquist into the corner. Bonin's got a good look. He's going to put it up and hit it. That's his third tray of the night for Blake Bonin, and it's a 1-point game. Blake with 13 points off the bench tonight. Ralph, long three, top of the key. Mullen, that's no good. Chased into the corner. Beeks is able to grab it, but he goes out of bounds. That should belong to Crown Point with 3.9, and it does. And now they're going to say it's Chesterton that although Beeks had it out of bounds, the Bulldog chasing in the corner with him, which I believe was Morales, was out of bounds when he touched the ball first.
So I'm surprised that they don't put Palambizio in for the last shot.
Mullen. 3 ball, no good, tapped around and out of bounds, and that's the end of the third quarter with the score. Chesterton 47, Crown Point 46. Back with the fourth after this. You're listening to high school basketball right here on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
You're listening to the Region Sports Network on WRTW Crown Point and WRTK Paxton, Illinois.
Pet Supplies Plus has supplied safe and healthy pet care supplies and all-natural pet foods for over 20 years and is now open in Crown Point. At Pet Supplies Plus, we believe that people don't own pets, pets own people. As pet lovers ourselves, everything we do is designed to make pets happy. Our in-store team members can not only find the right products, but they have a talent for remembering a pet's face and name. This philosophy is the foundation of Pet Supplies Plus. So visit us at 1676 East Summit Street in Crown Point from 9 to 9 Monday through Saturday and Sundays until 7 p.m.
When facing cancer, you want the best possible care. The hospitals of Franciscan Alliance are committed to providing state-of-the-art treatment using the most advanced cancer-fighting technology available. All right here in our community. You would go anywhere for world-class cancer treatment. It's nice to know we don't have to go far for Franciscan Alliance Cancer Care. For more information, visit franciscanalliance.org.
High school basketball on the Key, 90.5 FM, WRTW, Crown Point.
Along with Jerry Siska back with you here at Chesterton High School. DeLoso with a basket to start the fourth quarter, 49-46 Chesterton. We welcome you back to the Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Chevy Dealer presentation of high school hoops right here on 90.5 The Key. We're streaming worldwide on the internet at regentsports.com. Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Chevy Dealers, Chevrolet, the talk of the town.
They got to look for Jeffers every time down the floor. He's just too good a player not to touch the ball.
7:36 remaining in the contest, 49-46 Chesterton. It's Crown Point basketball, baseline right side. There's too long. It took too long to get that. Jeffers
was open.
He had DeLosa sealed behind him. Bergquist needs to deliver the pass just a second sooner. Bergquist gets it in. Galen, he gets it to Jeffers, who scores. That was a nice bounce pass on the baseline by Galen. 1 point game again, 49-48 Chesterton. DeLosa. Weber gives it up to Beeks. Swings around, it's on the left side. Lewis gets a little bit of a screen, so he comes to the middle. Kick back, two men there, so Palambizio couldn't get the three off. He's going to dribble drive, off the glass, no good. Nobody boxed out Weber. He got the rebound on the putback. 7 minutes to play, 51-48 Chesterton. Bowman to Morales. Bounce pass, Bowman in the right corner. Lost the handle on the ball. It's loose on the floor. Weber comes up with it to Palambizio. 3-on-1. Beeks drops the pass from Palambizio. And Crown Point's Morales comes up with it in a timeout for the Bulldogs. Let's see, he's going to take a 30-second timeout. According to my sheet, Jim, that's the first timeout either team's used tonight. It could mean it could be a long fourth quarter.
Could be.
But it does give me...
Who is it? Crown Point's ball, right?
It will be Crown Point ball as Morales is able to save it there in the baseline. Attention Region Athletic Directors and Coaches, BSN Sports is looking to talk to you. BSN Sports is the nation's largest team dealer and have partnered with many area schools to provide game-changing solutions for uniforms, sportswear, and equipment. The phone number for BSN Sports is 219-661-0786. It's 219-661-0786. Tonight's game is underwritten in part by the Randall K. Niss Accounting Group in Cherryville. When it comes to business, let Randall K. Niss Accounting put the numbers to work. Their phone number is 219-864-8541, and they are online at www.rknissgroup.com. Bowman with the basketball, brings it across the timeline, pass to Morales right side, gets it back, set the offense. Bergquist, front of the scorers table here.
2-2-1 half-court press.
Bowman.
The ball to the high post. High post is open, wide open.
Bowman. Galen, Bowman, swung left side, Bergquist. Cross-court pass to Galen. There it is to Morales at the elbow right side. Kick out. Bergquist got a good look for three. Hits it. Good patience by the Crown Point offense, and we are tied at 51 on the tray by Josh Bergquist. Here's Lewis. Brings it to the right side. Bergquist defending. Lewis tries to go between the legs. Nowhere to go. Weber. Now DeLosa. DeLosa gets a screen from Weber. Palambizio, and it's to the right. Beeks wants a three and hits it. Antoine Beeks, 7 points off the bench. Chesterton back up by 3. Morales, Bergquist, Bowden. Bowden bounce pass, knocked by DeLosa. It's loose, and DeLosa comes up with it for Chesterton. And now we're going to get a foul coming up against, that should be Noah Morales. 3rd foul on Morales. 4th team foul on Crown Point. Stefanovic back into the ball game as Bowden will have a seat. Weber to trigger the inbound for Chesterton. Lewis on the dribble up, gives it to Palambizio. DeLosa on the left side, Beeks at the top. Lewis back to DeLosa. Palambizio, he's going to launch a long 3 over Morales and drain it. Chris Palambizio, and it's a 6-point Chesterton lead with 4:50 to play. Ray Yagelski gets set to come back in for the Trojans. Stefanovic pull up. Palambizio, some body contact, no call. Rebound to Chesterton on the miss. Here's Lewis. Lewis knocked out of his hands by Bergquist. And Bergquist's going to be called for the foul. For Bergquist, his second. And Dane Bukowski and Ray Yagelski are going to check into the lineup, but they will do that after this Crown Point timeout. It's a full timeout. We'll take one as well. You're listening to high school basketball right here on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
You're listening to the Region Sports Network on WRTW Crown Point and WRTK Paxton, Illinois.
Morris Baseball and Softball Center, a new baseball and softball development program in Northwest Indiana, provides instruction for aspiring athletes. The staff at Morris Baseball and Softball Center has over 95 years of combined professional experience, and they provide instruction which includes game-tested methods used by major league teams. Located inside Omni 41 in Schererville, Morris Baseball and Softball provides disciplined, well-organized practices and places players in highly competitive opportunities to achieve success. For more information on Morris Baseball and Softball, the phone number is 227-5250, and the website is morrisbaseballcenter.com.
High school basketball on the Key 90.5 FM, WRTW, Crown Point.
Along with Jim East, Jerry Siska back with you at Chesterton High School. Hope you're enjoying this DAC matchup. It's underwritten by your Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Chevy dealer, Chevrolet, the talk of the town. 57-51 Chesterton. 4:31 remaining in the ball game. The 2 free throws are coming to Reese Lewis for Chesterton. Again, both of these clubs with 1 defeat in the DAC. Lewis's first free throw is good. We're only playing everybody 1 time now.
You better be ready.
Yep. Victor will still be in the hunt. Elimination game for the one who drops it. Lewis hits them both. 8-point lead for Chesterton, 4.5 minutes. Bergquist going to bring it up on the dribble with Lewis defending. He gets across the half-court line. Jeffers sets a screen. Bergquist gets to the free throw line, a spin move, and we're going to get a whistle and a traveling violation against Bergquist. There was contact with Yagelski right at the point of the whistle. I thought maybe they were going to call a foul, Jim.
Well, I didn't see the foul. I thought he did travel.
So it comes into Weber.
It was a set play designed for him.
Wasn't the space there. It was defended in the lane well. Palambizio to DeLosa to Lewis. Palambizio has it. Back to Lewis. Lewis into the lane. Knocked out of his hands by Bergquist. Tom Peller wanting a foul call on that, but it'll just stay with his team. Chesterton inbound baseline, right side of the bucket with 3:51 to play. Comes into Palambizio. He's in the right corner. He's going to bring it out here to the top, and Lewis. That's going to go to Yagelski on the left side. Dane Bukowski still chasing Palambizio all over the floor. Lewis with the basketball, going to back it up near the half-court jump ball circle. Comes to Yagelski. Blake Bowden getting set to come back in for Crown Point. Lewis. Weber. Yagelski. Lewis.
A lot of valuable time being used by Chesterton here. 8-point lead.
3:10 to play.
They don't need to score.
Lewis, Palambizio. Weber. Oh, there you go. There's the pass they were looking for. DeLosa, that three came from right to the middle. Lewis with the entry pass. And the 10-point lead, the biggest of the night for the Trojans. Bukowski into Jeffers. He scores. But Jeffers has had a heck of a game, and Crown Point wants a timeout. It's a 30-second timeout. 2:45 on the clock here in the fourth quarter, 61-53.
You just have to get the ball to Jeffers. You know, every time they've got the ball to him, he's scored.
He's had a big night. It's 12, 14, 16, 18 points on the night. 6 field goals.
He just hadn't touched the ball that much.
At the end of tonight's game, we'll name our Lincoln Carryout Super Sub of the game. That's for the player who came off the bench to make the biggest contribution. The Super Sub of the game is underwritten by Lincoln Carryouts on North Main Street in Crown Point. Lincoln Carryouts, home of the Italian submarine and the steelworker sandwiches. Also at the conclusion of the game, we'll name the Berry Brothers Blue Collar Player of the Game, underwritten by our friends at Berry Brothers. Berry Brothers, located 1.5 mile north of I-80-94 on Indianapolis Boulevard in Hammond. And finally, at the conclusion of the contest, we'll name the Crown Company's Lantern Man Superhero of the Game. Crown Company's proud to recognize the superheroes on the basketball courts. Full court pressure by Crown Point. Quickly, Lewis up the floor to Finke, who's into the ball game now. To Yagelski on top, back to Lewis. A lot of guards with Palambizio to Chesterton. Bonin has Palambizio right now to Lewis. Now Bonin gets on Lewis. Lewis to the bucket. Got it. And a blocking foul at Crown Point.
It was a very nice drive by Lewis. He does a good job with his skills.
Josh Berquist with the foul, his third.
How many points is that for him?
2, 4, 6, 8, 11, 13, 15.
Yep.
And now it's 16 as he hits the free throw to complete the three-point play. 11-point lead is the biggest of the night for Chesterton at 2:18 to play. 64-53. Galen. Stefanovic, jumper good. But his foot was on the line. It's a two-pointer. Timeout, Crown Point. It's a full timeout. 2:10 to go. 64-55 now is the count. The Region Sports Network is proud to once again team with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance to bring you the Peak Performers program this year on regionsports.com, recognizing Calumet Region student athletes for peak performance in athletics. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance with offices in Crown Point, Highland, Hobart, Lowell, and Cherville. Don't forget, at the conclusion of the ball game tonight, Nathan Laird and Mike Brander will be back at the studio with the RSN wrap-up show, getting you caught up on what went on around Northwest Indiana on this Friday, January 23rd. And more basketball for you tomorrow night right here on 90.5 FM as the Griffith Panthers travel to East Chicago to take on the Central High Cardinals.
Also, next Tuesday, Michigan City will go to Crown Point to play that makeup game.
That's right. That was those couple of cold days back at the beginning of the month. That's why Crown Point has one less game. You might have noticed if you listened at the top of the broadcast. While everybody had 2 conference games, Crown Point with just 1. Crown Point home twice next week, if I remember correctly. Pass comes into Palambizio. Berquist defending him full court. Mullen going to come back into the ball game. Palambizio got away, and Bonin will commit the foul. That'll be 7 teams. Palambizio at the line, shooting 1 in the boat.
It's a wrong player to foul.
Yeah.
Make somebody else get the ball. Force somebody else to take the ball, and then go foul him.
Ray Yagelski will have a seat as Jack Mullen will come in.
Offense to defense. He's got a taller player in there to play defense against Crown Point.
First one by Palambizio. Good. He'll get another 65-55. Chesterton with 2:02 to play. Second free throw by Palambizio is up, and that is good as well. Back to an 11-point lead. Here's Bowden with it. Long three. Banked it home. Timeout, Crown Point. That's their last one. 1:53 to go. 66-58.
I guess that's one way of putting the ball in the basket is to bank it in.
It counts for the same number of points. And Crown Point in a similar spot, Jim, as to where they were Saturday night, down by about the same number of points with the same amount of time. And Saturday night, they were able to pull it out.
But it was also at home. It's not on the road.
I have nothing else to say. I can't combat that.
You can't top that.
The thing is, though, they know what to do. They know what they need to do in this situation.
They need to foul somebody besides Palambizio.
Yeah, that would be a good idea.
Who has been missing free throws for Crown Point? Anybody? Or for our Chesterton?
No one.
Nobody.
Lewis has hit them all. Delos is 1 for 2. Finke's 1 for 2. Palambizio has missed 1 out of 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 attempts.
I would foul 21.
Jack Mullen has not scored in the game tonight.
That's who I would foul. He's taking the ball out, though.
Yeah.
Oh,
smart move by Tom Peller.
This is a bad press. 2-2-1. You're going to get the ball in bounds. There's no doubt about it.
Jacob Weber has not been to the line yet either, and he is in the ball game, but it comes right into Palambizio. Like Bonin comes up to trap. Palambizio goes the opposite way. Lewis. Oh. Jeffers couldn't get it in time. Going up is Weber. The foul is on Grant Galen. Had to stop the basket. Weber will go to the line to shoot a couple with 1:42 to play.
You're also giving him 2 chances at the free throw line.
19th foul now. It should be against CP. As Yagelski's going to come back into the game. First free throw good by Weber. They'll get one more. 67-58 now the score. Second one for Weber, up, and that is no good. Jeffers with the rebound. Bonin going to bring it up quickly as we're at 138. 9-point advantage to Chesterton. And we're going to get a whistle and a foul. And Tom Peller's really upset.
It's not a one-on-one, though.
With Yagelski. And I don't think Yagelski's staying on the floor anymore. Here comes Finke. Nope, that's actually going to be for Weber. 9-point advantage. Coach Weller didn't want any. Or Coach Keller,
you don't want him to score with the clock stopped.
Comes into Bonin. Bonin going to give it up. Berquist all the way to the bucket, off the glass. It won't go. Tapped around. Galen's able to chase it down. Takes it to the right wing area at the 3, but he's defended, so he can't get the shot off. Stefanovic gets a screen for Bonin. Off the iron, it won't go. Offensive glass. Jefferson, he can't get it to fall, but a whistle. And a foul against Chesterton. And Nick Jeffers to the line for 2.
Well, they got a chance to score with the clock stopped. But 1 minute and 14 seconds is a lot of time to work with.
4th foul on Luke Finke. Nick Jeffers to the line. Shoot a couple. 12, 14, 16, 18 points tonight for Jeffers. 17th foul against Chesterton as Weber gets set to come back in.
How many points is the guy going out scored? 2.
Finke? 1.
There goes our free throw shooter.
First free throw by Jeffers. Good. Nick gets one more.
Well, they need a steal. They need a steal and a basket.
1:14 to play. 67-59. Crown Point trails. Second one by Jeffers. That's good as well. 67-60.
They knew who to get the ball in the hands of.
Palambizio being defended by Stefanovic. He gets it into the front court, gives it up to Yagelski. Trying to foul Yagelski, but can't. Bergquist. Reese Lewis got the pass, and Bergquist committed the foul. Fourth on Josh Bergquist. 1-1 for Reese Lewis.
Wrong man to foul. Have two wrong men to foul.
You look at the kids that went to the line, they all make it. Win a lot of basketball games if you can hit your free throws. 68-60. Second one by Lewis. That's good too. 69-60. Under a minute to play now. Here's Bonin across the half-court line. Bergquist to Bonin to Stefanovic. Stefanovic out by the foul line, volleyball line, takes the long three-pointer. Galen's able to save it on the baseline. Bergquist on the floor with Jagielski. Finally picked up by Chesterton. Weber. And I believe he got a timeout called.
I don't like that. I don't like the call where you have a semi-possession of the ball and they call a timeout.
Chesterton gets a 30-second timeout with 38.6 seconds remaining.
Too many points to give up. 69 points, and they're probably going to be 70 before the game's over. It's too many points to give up.
Both teams came in scoring 66. Chesterton passed that average. Crown Point not quite there yet. And with both of them giving up 57 and 58, ball game in the 60s is not unheard of.
Well, the only thing about it is you go into the sectional and said, well, we lost to this team, we lost to that team, and it gives you that edge, a little bit of edge.
Oh yeah,
psychological edge.
Well, yeah, all these games are key for that reason. There is no doubt about it. And of course, these two could meet again when the sectional gets together in March at Maryville. Fouling Blake Bonin, so Reese Lewis going to go back to the line. Double bonus time now, as that's the 10th team foul against Crown Point. 36.8 seconds remaining.
They knew who to get the ball in the hands of.
Free throw is good. As Bergquist comes back into the game. Second free throw is no good. Bonin from the volleyball line off the front of the iron net's no good. Rebound down to DeLosa. 24 seconds, and that is Galen over there. That will pick up the foul. Grant Galen is second.
The foul on Grant Galen. DeLosa should take the cards.
Free throw up and good by DeLosa. Well, I'll get a chance later tonight to have a nice conversation with my happy oldest son in North Carolina.
He won?
He won. Won by 12. Pass from Bonin. Jeffers' shot is blocked. And Palambizio into the front court as we have less than 10 seconds remaining. Actually, we're down to 5. Chesterton going to stay in the hunt with the EAC with a 72-60 win over Crown Point. On those last two free throws by DeLosa, he hit the first, he hit the second.
He missed the second. He missed the second.
So he got the first and missed the second. All right, got it. Final again. Chesterton 72. Crown Point 60. Back with the post game after this. You're listening to high school basketball right here on the Region Sports Network. The only game in town.
You're listening to the Region Sports Network on WRTW Crown Point and WRTK Paxton, Illinois.
Triple Crown All-Stars Baseball and Softball Academy in Cherville is a year-round instructional facility featuring a fully AstroTurf building for team practice, batting cages, infield, and pitching mounds. The staff at Triple Crown features years of professional instruction in hitting, pitching, and fielding for both baseball and softball. Triple Crown All-Star Baseball and Softball Academy is located at 2208 US 41 in Cherville, and the number to call to make a reservation is 219-864-0711. The website is triplecrownallstars.com.
McShane's Total Graphic Solutions puts your company name and logo on just about anything. We offer a full line of custom marketing products and services like custom imprinted mugs, pens, and magnets, quality employee apparel, with custom imprinting and embroidery, executive gifts, customer appreciation and gifts, and so much more. McShane staff can help you select the right items to help you achieve excellent results. McShane's 1-800-837-1400 or online at mcshanes.com.
Hey, it's Tara for Christensen Chevy. Christensen Chevrolet is a local family-owned and operated Chevrolet dealership celebrating over 60 years in the community, serving all of Northwest Indiana and Chicagoland. If you stop in, you can see why families and businesses have put their trust in us for generations. At Christensen, we have an enormous inventory of new Chevys with all of your favorite models in stock, ready for immediate delivery, because that's the Christensen way. We're Christensen Chevrolet, proud sponsor of our great local high school athletic programs on Indy Boulevard in Highland, or visit christensenchevy.com.
For over 65 years, the Town Club in Highland has been serving generations of region diners. The Town Club specializes in steaks, prime rib, and perch, all served in a warm and cozy environment, and is open for lunch and dinner. The Town Club is a restaurant that hungry diners will want to return to again and again. The Town Club, 2904 45th Street in Highland.
The City of Crown Point is proud to support the Crown Point Bulldogs. Go Dogs! Crown Point has a unique community spirit and is the ideal place to live, work, and play. Our residents and guests enjoy award-winning amenities like our unique shops, family-owned restaurants, premier golf courses, and 4-star schools, all in a historical downtown with year-round events. For more information, the website is crownpoint.in.gov. Crown Point, building a stronger community from within since 1834.
Lincoln Carryouts, located at 1203 North Main Street in Crown Point, has been serving the Crown Point community for 10 years. Lincoln Carryouts is open 10 to 9, 7 days a week, offering homemade soups, fresh salads, and a variety of sandwiches. Every month at Lincoln Carryouts, it's a new monthly sandwich, and every Tuesday it's the Steelworker Special, a combination of roast beef, American cheese, mayo, lettuce, tomato, and onion on toasted rye. That's Lincoln Carryouts in Crown Point, home of the Italian submarine.
High school basketball on the Key, 90.5 FM, WRTW, Crown Point.
Back here at Chesterton High School, Jerry's sister Jimmy's with you as the Chesterton Trojans defeat Crown Point tonight by a final of 72-60. And as always, high school basketball here on the Region Sports Network, underwritten by your Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Chevy dealers. Chevrolet, the talk of the town. Good ball game, Jim. It was tight all the way through, but Chesterton got some control there in the fourth.
You can't give up 72 points to win a ball game, unless you're Indiana. Maybe, I don't know. You shoot all the threes, but that's far too many points to give up. And I know that he had two of his players key on defense, but it just allowed too many points.
Well, it's interesting when we look at the numbers by quarters, because it was 17-15 after one, and you had mentioned during the break to me that both teams needed to start playing some D. We pointed out when we came back to start the third quarter that Crown Point had done that in the second frame, holding Chesterton to only 8 points, and as a result, they being the Bulldogs, had a 30-25 lead at intermission. But after that, Chesterton scored 22 points in the third quarter and then 25 more in the fourth quarter. 47 points in the second half for Chesterton. Crown Point, not a bad night, 15, 15, 16, and 14. 60 will win you a lot of ball games at the high school level, but boy, that's something Clint Swan can't be very happy.
No, he can't be happy about that. And I think also that Tom Parler has to be very happy. The fact is that some other players stepped up and scored for Chesterton.
Let's take a look at the scoring numbers for tonight's ball game for the victorious Chesterton Trojans, who improved to 12-4 on the campaign, 2-1 in the DAC. They were led in scoring by senior Chris Palambizio, who had 23 points. Junior Reese Lewis had 19, and junior Niles DeLosa finished with 16 as Chesterton placed 3 players in double figures tonight. Antoine Beeks came off the bench to score 7. Jacob Weber had 3. Kai Palambizio had 2. And Luke Finke had 1. Ray Yagelski, Eric Ralph, and Jack Mullen also played in the ball game, but did not score. 3 players in double figures, 7 players scoring in the ball game for Chesterton tonight. It's kind of production you're looking from your whole ball club.
Yeah, you're looking for 7 or 8 players to score, but Crown Point got some help off the bench, but they didn't get any help from a couple of the guys they inserted in the lineup.
For the Crown Point Bulldogs, who fall to 8-5 on the year and 0-2 in the DAC, they were led in scoring tonight by their senior center, Nick Jeffers, who had 20 points. Junior guard Blake Bonin came off the bench to score 16, hitting 4 threes along the way. And senior Josh Berquist had 10, as the Bulldogs had 3 players also in double figures. Grant Galen held under his average, scoring just 8 tonight. Galen into this ball game averaging 16 points a game. So Chesterton did a good job of taking him out of the ball game tonight and forcing somebody else to beat him.
Yeah, I think he's been forcing some shots up there, and I think maybe a couple times he got bench time because of forced shots, but Grant Galen needs a score for Crown Point to win.
Sasha Stefanovic had 4 points, and Thane Bukowski had 2. Leo Zdanowicz, Noah Morales, Ken Decker, and Andrew Kennelly all played but did not score. Here's a couple of numbers that stood out to me, Jim. The free throw shooting tonight, 20 of 25 for Chesterton. Outstanding free throw shooting. Chris Palambizio missing only 1 in 9 attempts. Lewis missing only 1 in 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 attempts. That's good free throw shooting. But the number that really stood out, Crown Point shot well, 10 of 12 from the free throw line.
Just didn't shoot enough.
But they only shot 4 in the second half. They were 6 of 8 at the break, finished 10 of 12. They didn't get to the line as much in the second half.
Nor did they attack the basket as much second half.
So 72-60, Chesterton beats Crown Point tonight. These 2 ball clubs, next action for them. Well, for Crown Point, it comes right back tomorrow night if they go over to Bowman. Play the Eagles at Bowman Academy at Marvin Ray. Chesterton will enjoy the rest of the week off before traveling to St. John to take on Lake Central next Friday night. Before we get out of here, we have some awards to give away. And let's begin with the super sub of the game, underwritten by Lincoln Carryouts on North Main Street in Crown Point. Lincoln Carryouts, home of the Italian Submarine and the Steelworker Sandwich.
I think Blake Bonin earns that award. I'm not sure that he was accustomed to coming off the bench. I think he got to the bus a little late, but anyway, he did step up and hit 4 threes, and I think that was important for the Crown Point, because a couple of the guys did not hit their average, but Blake Bonin would be the sub of the game.
Well, he come off the bench and he hit 2 in the second quarter, which helped turn the momentum towards Crown Point's way and helped them to that 5-point advantage. Hit a big one in the third, keeping them close. Hit another one in the fourth when they were trailing and needed points desperately late in the quarter. Terrific ball game off the bench for Blake Bonin. His 16 points makes him tonight's super sub of the game, underwritten by Lincoln Carryouts on North Main Street in Crown Point. Lincoln Carryouts, home of the Italian Submarine and the Steelworker Sandwiches. Time to name the blue-collar player of the game, underwritten by Berry Brothers. Berry Brothers, a blue-collar store for the blue-collar worker.
I think Reese Lewis deserves that. He did a lot of different things. I don't know whether he even got taken out of the ball game or not. I think he was perfect from the line. He missed the last free throw.
8 of 9.
8 of 9. I take 8 of 9 anytime I can get it, but I think he would be the player. What do you call that?
The blue-collar
player of the game.
Yep, I would agree. Reese Lewis of Chesterton, the junior guard, 19 points, great free throw shooting, was a real tough defender, making some things difficult on the offensive side for the Bulldogs, some rebounds. Just had a good overall night. That makes him our blue-collar player of the game, underwritten by Berry Brothers, located 1/2 mile north of I-80-94 on Indianapolis Boulevard in Hammond. Finally, time to name the Crowell Company's Lantern Man superhero of the game. Crowell Company is proud to recognize the superheroes on the basketball court.
Well, Chris Palambizio certainly showed why he is maybe one of the number one players in the area, if not the number one player in the area. I don't know what he ended up scoring.
23.
23, that's his average. At 24 a game. I think he did a lot of different things. You know, he didn't force shots up there.
No.
And I think that's important for Chesterton.
We don't have the exact numbers, but he had a lot of rebounds out there tonight as well. So Chris Palambizio, our Crowell Company Lantern Man superhero of tonight's ball game. Crowell Companies, they have offices open from 9 to 9 Monday through Friday. It's Saturdays until 2. And they're located in Highland, Maryville, and Michigan City. Region Sports Network coverage of high school basketball on 90.5 FM WRTW and on the internet at regionsports.com is underwritten by your Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Chevy dealers, the MVP of MPGs, the Crowell Companies, your insurance superheroes, Berry Brothers, a tradition of quality and service since 1946, McShane's Business Products and Solutions since 1921, the Lake County agents of Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, Christensen Chevrolet in Highland, driving the American dream. Misprint in Munster and Hammond for custom print design and signs. Blue 82 in St. John, Food, Friends, and Fun. Morris Baseball and Softball Center providing elite instruction. Randall K. Miss Accounting Group putting the numbers to work. The concussion clinics at Community Hospital in Munster and St. Mary Medical Center in Hobart. Jack's Warehouse, great entertainment for the whole family. Triple Crown Baseball and Softball Academy where the All-Stars train. Pet Supplies Plus in Crown Point, great prices, no begging. BSN Sports providing game-changing solutions for schools. Gino's Steakhouse, delectable steaks, pasta, and seafood. Jolly Pancake House, not just your ordinary restaurant. Franciscan St. Anthony Health Sports Medicine Institute, improve performance and avoid injury through training. Lincoln Carryouts at Crown Point, home of the Italian submarine. The city of Crown Point building a stronger community from within since 1834. Langle's Pizza in Highland, Cherville, and Crown Point, family owned and operated since 1979. Z-Alloy Metal Distribution, Crown Point Industry backing the Bulldogs, and by the Town Club Restaurant, Steak and Seafood for 65 years.
Do a good job. I don't know how you read all those that fast. I timed doing that. You did a remarkable job.
Thank you. We've got some credits to roll. The management team of the Region Sports Network. Our executive producer is Chris Ramirez. Our chief engineer, Mike Bonaventura. Our coordinating producer and our game producer tonight, Nathan Laird. Great job, as always, back at the studio, Nathan. And stay tuned, because he and Michael Brandner will be on with the RSN wrap-up show. That'll be coming your way momentarily when Jim and I are done here at Chesterton. The station manager at 90.5 FM WRTW is Jody McManus. Here at Chesterton High School, a special thanks to athletic director Gary Nellenweg. And we want to thank both Clint Swan and Tom Peller for all of their help in preparing for tonight's ball game. And finally, we want to thank you, the listeners of 90.5 FM WRTW and regionsports.com, for spending some of your Friday night with us, enjoying high school basketball right here on the Region Sports Network. More basketball for